Hello, I'm Valentin Mandaci, the architectural historian. We are in November now, and it's such a wonderful weather. It's like summer nearly. There are insects around and flowers, and I am at the old classical Greek colony of Istrios, Histria, the name is today, on the Black Sea coast of Romania, western Black Sea. It's a town founded by the Greeks from Milet, from what is now in Turkey, on the Aegean Sea, in southwest Turkey, 700 years before our era. So make your maths, 2,700 years ago. Maybe even earlier than that, but the archaeology goes back to that time. We are here at the entrance, in the citadel, in the town. This what you see, that these fortifications, they date from the 3rd century our era, and they were built after a devastating Gothic invasion. It was one of the first serious invasions of the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was cracking at the seams. Just before the Aurelian, it was threatened by the Queen of Palmyra, Zenobia. Aurelian had to pull out troops from Dacia and relinquish Dacia to the Goths to make them federates. And before that, they attacked also the Roman Empire. He consolidated the Danube line. Danube is here nearby the Delta, and went to conquer Palmyra and take prisoner Zenobia, and later on kill her in Rome. And this war was a result of those clashes, geopolitical clashes of that time, in that kind of context. Histria, let's go a bit inside the citadel. This is the main gate. You can see the Decumanus Maximus, the main road of the citadel, of the town. It started as a Greek town, of course, and it became Roman. It maintained all the time its Greek character, even in the late Roman times. It was functioned as a town up until the 7th century our era. Early 7th century our era, when it was destroyed by Slavic and Avar invasions, especially Slavics. When Slavs went to the south, bursted into the Roman Empire after Justinian, after the pest of Justinian, the Black Death of Justinian, when the population was killed in droves, Slavs were able to come over, and they changed the history and the landscape of the entire Balkans. That's why we have Bulgarians speaking Slavic languages, Serbians, Croatians, Slovaks, Slovenians. They are a result of that bursting into the Roman Empire. They were like a steamroller, and they destroyed completely this place. Since then, it's not inhabited anymore. The archaeologists managed to do the diggings in the beginning of the 20th century. And what you see here is the results of the archaeological work over the last century. The entrance is a standard, typical of Greek and Roman colonies, towns. You could see that a cart could go through this kind of grooves. It was a standard gauge for carts in the Roman Empire. They had to go straight through this kind of gauges, and then you enter the tower of the gate. This is the room of the tower of the gate. You imagine yourself a great cupola above, and another kind of towers here guarding again the second line, and then the town itself. And it was a great town. Just think yourself in the time of the classical Greece or the classical Hellenistic times, and better. What kind of town used to be here? Probably 10,000 people, Greeks, are living here. Very sophisticated life. And put it in the context of the populations around here, the local population or the Scythians nearby. You can see the tumulus, Gorgons nearby of the Scythian chieftains, and the Getes, the Dacians nearby. This place was a metropolis, something like New York, something like for the local context, influencing culturally with fashions and everything. It was a town. Imagine yourself in those classical times with all of this alleyed way and colonnaded road, stoas in Greek, of course, shops around, temples, of course, basilica later on in the early Christian era. Again, these centers, these kind of Greek colonies, like Histria, like Tomis nearby, which is Constanza now, Kalatis, which is Mangalia, and on the Bulgarian side, Dionysopolis, Mesembria, Odessos. They brought here the early Christianity, and the natives got their Christianity from these very places. Even saints, early Christian saints and martyrs from the time of Diocletian were living here, and they were entered into the crypts of those early basilicas. It's a fantastic place, and it tells you what a deep history is here, which is not much well known in the rest of the world. I am trying to put it on the map. So please follow my postings, and this is something which will give you a good idea. The town also had that because of the historical geography. It used to be a port on the sea, but the port silted, the gulf became a kind of lagoon, which now is practically closed. It's a lake, freshwater lake, and the sea itself is 10 kilometers away from here. Another reason why the town went into decay and was left uninhabited. And it's for us now to rumigate what has happened with this kind of history. Okay, please keep watching my videos. Valentin Mandaci, Architectural Historian, focused on Southeast Europe. And I'll see you very soon at the next such posting. Bye bye.